My name is Tara Davis, and I live in Rowena, Oregon.
Right. And I guess tell me about where you are now, or is this home, or are you somewhere else right now?
Right now, I'm in Eugene. We had to evacuate during the fire very suddenly, and I spent one night in Portland, and then we came here. So I'm with family. My partner's mother is housing us at the moment.
Oh my gosh. I guess any word on the condition of your home in Rowena?
We really don't know yet. I had only returned from the Peace Corps and spent one night in my house before the fire broke out so suddenly, and we had to just leave. So I haven't really established a lot of connections there to be able to find out what has happened. And as far as I know, the Highway 30 West, where my house is located, is still closed to the public.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say shocking. I just, it's crazy how much is still up in the air and you're just like, we don't know, and these officials don't know. Is that kind of the tone you're getting from maybe your friends or neighbors in the area as well? It just everyone's kind of left in the dark?
Well, I did call the police, I called the sheriff, and they were able to put me in touch with the public information officer. She was very kind, but they basically are saying that they don't have any information that can be released to the public yet. I'm certainly looking forward to watching the recording to hopefully find out some more information.
Sorry, can you say that one more time? You said watching the recording from something, it cut out.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I believe there's a public information session being held tonight in the Dalles. So since I'm in Eugene, I won't be able to attend, but I do believe that it's going to be on YouTube.
Okay, perfect. Yes, and we do plan to be there. But yeah, tell me about those moments when you got the evacuation orders. Kind of what was going through your head? What were you thinking? You said you just gotten back from the Peace Corps, so just kind of take us back to that headspace and run us through it.
Sure. Well, just in the moments of the evacuation, I could start with that, and then I could tell you a little bit about everything that happened with before that. But we had just gotten back from the Peace Corps and found that our house been basically everything inside of the house had been destroyed by a squatter. We had gone through the long process of cleaning it out, and we had just arrived to start rebuilding our lives. I was actually cleaning the kitchen. I was putting up some paint. We smelled a little bit of smoke. And when I checked the app, it was level 3 go now. We never saw anything before that because it just went so quickly. The fire just escalated so quickly. So by the time I had seen level 3, the police officers were in my yard telling us that it was time to leave. So I just quickly grabbed what little belongings that I could and threw it in the car with my partner, Adam. And it was actually very chaotic driving out of there. I had thought I had seen on the fire app that the fire was towards Hood River. So I tried to evacuate on towards the Dalles, but I was met with a huge cloud of smoke and it looked like there was a fire in that direction. So I had to quickly make a U-turn. I went back and I asked the officer where I was supposed to evacuate to, and he told me there's 4 different fires. There's fires in both directions. So what I could do is, although 84 was closed, he advised me to go on the freeway and head towards Hood River, which is what I did. And driving on the freeway was very disorienting because it was so smoky. I could hardly see anything. And there were emergency vehicles driving towards me, going the wrong way on the freeway, of course, going into danger to try to do everything that they could. We basically drove right through the fire. I tried to stay in the left lane because the fire was encroaching on both sides of the freeway. I could see the flames. It was so hot in the car, and the planes were coming and dumping water on the fire so close to us, I had to use my windshield wipers just to be able to drive through. So it was just terrifying and shocking to go from trying to paint the house to that within a matter of minutes.
Oh my gosh. Great storyteller though. You really you laid it there. I really appreciate you
Thank you.
sharing. That is stunning. Oh my gosh. And I guess it kind of got me wondering though. First, I'm just curious how long you had been living in the area. I know you had been doing the Peace Corps stuff, but just in general, how long you've been in that area, and have you experienced anything like this before? I'm sure you kind of know with a property like that it could happen, but have you experienced this?
That was really my first time. So, I'm originally from Hawaii, but my partner is from Oregon, and we bought the house back in 2016. So we've had it for about 9 years now, although we haven't actually lived in it yet. This was our time to finally be able to live there. We've spent time there visiting over the years. But yes, I was aware that there are fires in the area, but I certainly never expected anything like this. I've never experienced anything like that in my life at all.
It's kind of on off topic, but also on topic because you were kind of sharing this online. I saw, but yeah, these squatters. What was going on there? Were police investigating that at all? Do we know where these people came from? Where they came from?
Well, I mean, yeah, so it was just crazy. Like when I was in the Peace Corps, I got a call from my property manager stating out of nowhere that my tenant had died in the unit of a drug overdose. And so we asked them to go to the unit. They had to check it out, and they were putting up some of the legal notices basically about that. And they found that somebody had broken in and was living in there. So based on that, even though we were so far away in the Caribbean, we had to start eviction proceedings to try to get this person out and be able to reclaim our house since we were planning to move right back in. Um, After we won the formal eviction, the property manager had gone and resecured the house and changed the locks, and my partner Adam left the Peace Corps a couple weeks earlier than me to try to tend with this. We were able to close our service successfully after 2 years. He got back and found that the house had been broken into a second time. And when he got in, it was just complete devastation. Everything that we owned, the house had been rented furnished. All of the furniture was destroyed. It was burned. The range had been smashed. Some of the furniture had actually been stolen. There was trash everywhere in the house, in the yard. We ended up filling a 20 cubic foot dumpster, and that wasn't even all of the trash that we had to remove. All of our appliances, the range, the washer dryer, the fridge were ruined. There were holes in the walls. The floor in the bedroom was completely destroyed. We had to pull it all up, and so the floor is completely unfinished. The squatter had vandalized the plumbing, so the only thing I have in my bathroom right now is a toilet. It's completely empty because everything was just completely destroyed. So yeah, I had already lost everything inside of my house. And so within one day to have to evacuate and now be facing the fear of having lost the outside of the house too is completely overwhelming.
Yeah, a house you've essentially never lived in, I guess, right?
Right, we've never even lived there, and but I have such like fond feelings for it. Even the 100-year-old cherry tree in the yard, we had come back one summer and buried our cat, his ashes under the tree, and the squatter had cut the tree down.
I'm not going to ask who cuts a tree down because why would you even make the effort for that? But I just can't with this story. That's incredible. Well, I'm so sorry. I guess it just kind of the question that remains now, Tara, is how are you feeling? I mean, you seem pretty even keeled, and you served in the Peace Corps. I imagine you've dealt with some tough stuff there, but how are you feeling?
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. It's overwhelming. It's actually less than a year since I was evacuated in the Peace Corps for Hurricane Beryl temporarily. So I've definitely been through some stuff. I've seen the living conditions that some people endure, and so I realize that I guess bad things do happen. I am having a lot of emotions. I'm just trying to keep them under control. It's really, really overwhelming for me, but I've been very heartened by all of the help that I've gotten from my friends and my family and how much they care about me. I recently set up a GoFundMe page, so if you could share that information, that would be fantastic. I know that people are good, and I'm also just so concerned about Rowena because whatever happened to my house, we know that people's houses have been destroyed. There's been a lot of damage. Even houses that didn't burn to the ground probably have a lot of smoke damage, and so it's just such a tragedy. Um, so I'm just processing all of this information and trying to stay strong right now.
Oh my goodness, Tara. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to share your story with us, and wishing you the best. And I'll definitely make a nudge to share that GoFundMe as well. So thank you for taking the time. If you didn't have anything else you wanted to say, I think I got more than enough.
All right, thank you so much for your time and talking to me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, wishing you the best. All right,
All
bye-bye.
right.